Well, hello, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Joanne. I'm a law student from Australia. I am feeling pretty overwhelmed at the moment. This documentary has just opened a big can of worms, and every time I look away and I come back, there's million and one other things going on. Well, I can't keep up. I'm going to try and catch you up for those of you that haven't. And I've been posting community tab. I've been posting all around the place. But I wanted to show you some stuff that I have picked up. Now, this was, I think this is where we need to start, because we need to start here. Now, I was looking at Melaine Wilkins' page, and she had this thing called about something or other about trying to free Miranda. And this is what I discovered. Now, this is something from Without a Crystal Ball. On it, she's got here Shekinah Church, corporation name Shekinah Church, incorporated date the 30th of the 8th, 1994. Active company name, domestic nonprofit, agent name Robert Shin, and the address. On this side, on the other side, hello short order cook. The tea's hot. Oh, it's so hot I can't keep up. On the other side, it says the company number. It says it's active, and it was incorporated on the 1st of July 2021. And in brackets it says 8 months ago. So this, when she took this screenshot, it had been 8 months ago when it was incorporated. It says here the registered address. It says the agent's name is Shirley King. It says the director's office is Shirley Kim. And it says inactive director's officer, Robert Shin, chief executive officer. Hello, Peter. And then she says, despite claims by Miranda and James Derrick, 7M Films is not owned by Robert Shin, who runs the not-for-profit. Despite claims by Miranda and James Derrick, 7M Films is owned by Robert Shin, who also runs the non-profit church. Then she says, B- claims that his management is a non-profit and that there is no church. According to this document that she filed here, it said that Robert Shin is a former member. However, I found the company records. And it's changed over the years. Hannah Kim is the CEO. We'll get them up because we like to show them. So my point is that in 1994, Shekinah was started. In 2021, 7M was started. Anything between 1994 and 2021, as far as allegations to do with 7M, can't be aligned with you can't accuse 7M of it. I'll just show it to you again. Let's just get it. I'm just yelling for those up the back. And this is one of Katie Joy's own posts. When is Miranda going to get an RO? She has the best chance of having. She actually has a very good chance of getting a gag order for that case. Yes, I think she really does. I cannot believe what I have seen coming from. I mean, as I posed the question when I posted that she'd shared something to do with Robert Shin's house or a property for sale, she's a defendant in a defamation lawsuit. I don't know. Oh, gee whiz. I just looked at Instagram. Look at this. So, all right. So let's start here. So Nick, if I was Nick, I would remove myself from social media as well. I mean, if you're seeing what everyone else is doing, he says, do not forget about Nick Reno's family who spoke out about series. What about Nick? Does it make you feel better, Robert? to force the female dancers to go by public and do your bidding. Correct, short order. As far as I know, yes, there are about 12 other entities. And here's the question. Does everyone from the church work in one of those 12 entities, or do they have people not associated with the church working in the 12 entities? Because let's just say the people from the church are working in the 12 entities, then they are linked. But not everybody that was in 7M went to church, I believe, and not everyone in the church worked at 7M. So anyway, says, do you not want the dancers to know the series isn't just about Miranda? It's funny, all the headlines that I read talk about Miranda being the main subject of the documentary. You are their manager and man of God. Oh, do you know their friends were in the series standing up for them and crying for them? You are the manager and their man of God, but all I see is a coward that is hiding in the shadows and let people take the blame for your actions. This series is about you and your behavior. Well, if it was about him and his behavior, they wouldn't have had the Wilkings on it, because the Wilkings, they don't have to be a Christian or a dancer to, well, that's right. So that's what and therefore your whole cult argument's gone in many ways, because one of the main things, I mean, the thing about science, a lot about Scientology, is that they all work for Scientology or in Scientology approved places. So, that's where you get, anyway. Where is Nick? Stop trying to play this game that this is only the Miranda show, or would your game be exposed if they all knew the truth? This game needs to end and the authorities need to step in before something bad happens because of Robert and no one else. Dancing Christian donut assistant, yes. So then all of her stuff, his YouTube channel is now gone. Then I want to know if now they're accusing, I want to know if Nick Reno is alive. I'm tired of Miranda being the poster girl of this. She strikes me as selfish. Nick had severe abuse. I'm massively worried. So now they're saying that now they're alluding that something nefarious has happened to him. Keep it coming. I'm a long-time professional PR stunter. Robert Shin is not a professional of any sort. The reason he got away with that from the past is because people gave up and got defeated. Now we've got the whole internet behind the victims, plus all of Netflix subscribers. Oh yes. Oh, actually, I need to put my banner up. Hang on. Oh, this one might be all right. Is that one okay? Yeah. So now they're saying, yes, we've got everybody onto this. So, I mean, it's not something that I'd be proud of, by the way, it's perfect, is it? Yeah, may offend. Oh dear. KJ may offend, yeah. I mean, I don't know why that they're trying to elude that something's, I mean, if I would say most of them have bunkered down. If they speak out, they're in trouble. If they don't speak out, they're in trouble. So, the case of damned if you do and damned if you don't, really, isn't it? All right. So back here again. Oh, look, even my computer doesn't want to load it. My computer's gone. Uh-oh, it may offend. Right, let's look at these then while we're waiting. I do have a few tabs open too. So I want to look at Melanie. I want to try and work out what Melaine Wilking is trying to do at the moment, because she's now suddenly concerned about the safety of her sister and said, oh, we didn't think that anything like that would happen. What did she expect would happen? Tiger Eyes confirms that Robert uses Luke 14 to convince followers to die to themselves. Well, Luke 14 is a anyone that comes to me doesn't. So and it doesn't mean in a literal sense either, by the way. But anyway. All right, so there's that one. I'd like to know what's underneath that writing. It's funny, she always covers up the writing. Kendra was apparently extremely accepting of the LGBTQ prior to joining Robert's church. Robert allegedly teaches his followers that they cannot act on their same-sex attraction, so they must die to these feelings. She's got a bone in her bonnet about succumbing to these feelings. They must die to their feelings. You trust me to interpret passages? There's some passages I wouldn't dare to interpret, Peter. I don't, above my pay grade. Here we go. Why do you have to die to your family in order to save them? Where is that found in the Bible? Help me understand. So, yes. So, someone asked the question. Tiger Eyes confirming that he and others have to die to their families, which is not biblical, despite his quote. Actually, he's quoted it straight from the Bible. So she says, it's not biblical, despite. What were they thinking? There's been no too late for the family to think there would be no. Well, that's right, too late. That's what I'm going with. Hannah Shin used this same tactic on Miranda in 2022, apparently. What do you get to Katie?
In a recent post, Miranda Derrick made some pretty serious claims that she was receiving emails and various threats since the documentary was released. And it made me realize that last week I had a conversation with someone that left the church back in 2022. They told me last week that when they confronted Hannah, who is Robert Shin's...
Isn't it funny that she has all these convenient conversations with people at convenient times?
Wife, and asked her questions about...
Now, this is a good one. Robert Shin sells townhouse that houses all of his alleged shell companies and the official business address of Shekinah Church. So she's just essentially put that out there. Now, what I'm finding very interesting is it says it's got 1 bedroom and 3 bathrooms. And she's saying, no, you cashed poor Roberto. And then apparently, so we've got to have a Sister Wives one in there. Okay, so then we've got, scared for her life, but promoting articles to further expose her life, make it make sense, Roberto. People this scared aren't begging TMZ to share their side. They call the police and get offline. Under 1 million in LA, you're in? Yeah, it was 800 and something. Roberto's script for Miranda. Okay, Miranda, today you're going to pretend that you're really scared. See, you got those emails, but we don't let you read emails. So I'm going to tell you that they are. Tell you that they are because of your parents and the documentary. Even though you are monitored 24/7 by me, report all your daily actions to me, and even though we control your bank account, I tell you what. If actually I was watching Cactus Bill was playing the TikTok thing last night, and Katie said that there was about 20 people in this alleged cult. It's an awful lot of effort for 20 people. So she's essentially saying that they're monitored. All the 20 people in this cult are monitored. Report daily actions, even though we control your bank account, social media, business contacts, television you can watch and housing. You're actually being controlled by your parents. Even though 10 women have accused me of SA, isn't that number growing? They're all liars and lusted after me, the man of God. Even though you are rarely able to be alone and travel by yourself, you're totally free. Also, you wanted to marry James. I did not arrange your marriage. God did that, not me. Make sure you look very emotional. Then remind people of your family are bad and not me. Also, don't tell them that Nick's family is also a documentary, because then we can never get back to work. Then after that, go make a video using the script I wrote. Go online and post the article that we paid TMZ to write about you, because this documentary is making us famous. Praise Jesus, hallelujah. Have you not seen the views on your video? Tomorrow we'll make more videos pretending you are scared, and then go on Tied Eyes page and post emojis that mock that we are a cult. Praise Jesus, I'm famous. Is that how it goes, Roberto? Peter, okay, 20 people. I'm in a cult. My mum is the cult leader. She keeps tabs on the kids, grandkids. Okay, exactly. And then someone says, for TMZ to post this, you know that they're, you know, Robert's behind it. Really? She's still butthurt, isn't she? Tight Eyes, aka Roberto, accuses 3 women of lying for money. He praises TMZ, and it's got, this is what down here. I'm just going to take the banner off. She's lost it. It says vindication. This is what Isaiah 54:17 looks like in real time. Now, what they mad at? Could it be money? Okay, so there was an article from TMZ saying that the case has been closed because of there were some issues. But I told you the cult is leaking stuff to TMZ. So again, the series contains 4 former 7M members, 3 former Shekinah members. Now she's actually saying, here's this thing. She's saying the series, which was called the 7M TikTok cult, featured 4 former 7M members, 3 former Shekinah members, 2 families, and a friend. Here's the thing. Why was it called the 7M TikTok cult and have members from Shekinah in it? Again, it was misleading and deceptive. Now she's starting to talk the truth. All of them are lying for money. The only one lying for money is Roberto. Roberto is running the careers of these dancers, and he still has yet to stand up for himself as the man of God talent manager. He wouldn't be the man of God talent manager. He would be the talent manager. If I didn't know better, I'd say that she's fixated and obsessed with him, and is loving with she's in love with the man of God. If I didn't know better, maybe because he knows that it's not that simple, and that there are other investigations that remain ongoing with other agencies. Who is the Italian Korean? I don't know. Every single person that I've spoken to that has left Robert Shin's court, church has told it a cult, has called it a cult, and of course, every single person that has left is an expert of cults, eh? Every single person that I've spoken to that has left Robert Shin's church has called it a cult. There are countless of victims that remain in the shadows, afraid of retaliation. At what point does law enforcement stop him? And then someone says, do you think that someone from TMZ is a part of Shekinah? It seems sus that TMZ is reporting in favour of Roberto. Now, I'm not saying that he doesn't take, he could take about scripture being out of context, rightly he does. But I'm not going to sit here and you know. So yeah, so she's pretty mad about that. So then she does that. So that one, oh yeah, then this one. Why is the MSN to which KJ has her connections not calling out the lawsuits against KJ? Yeah, well, that's interesting. That's a very good question, because they're only all referring to the lawsuits against the seven. The truth, this is the truth of what happened. No church forces people to cut off family. No church should ever demand members to get permission to attend funerals, see family, buy shoes, or contact friends. However, but work can. If they've got a dancing contract and they need to go somewhere, you just can't not turn up to work one day. You actually have to say to them that, or ask for the day off in most places, or apply to have the day off. But this is what Shekinah Church has been doing to members for over 30 years. Well, we know that was started in 1994. So nothing Robert Shin forces dancers to post online can be trusted, and any media outlets giving them credibility should be distrusted. Well, why? But a media outlet's job is to actually show both sides and let people make up their own mind. That's the job of the media. The job of the media is not to give one side. Essentially, she's saying that anyone that is saying anything nice about or telling you to think critically or logically is wrong. Miranda's parents love her. One day she will know that all of this was done to protect her and for her best interests and safety. So in both videos made by Miranda Derrick, lightly at the direction of her mentor, Robert, she shakes her head while saying no in a positive statement. According to Boston University clinical psychologist, Dr. Alan Hendrickson, shaking your head no while saying yes could be a sign that someone is lying. How many times have we seen that from Katie? This is an example of non-congruent gesture, which is when a person's body movements don't match what they're saying. For example, if someone says, "Of course I'll cooperate with the investigation," but then shakes their head slightly, that might mean not telling the whole truth. Excessive fidgeting of hands can also be a sign of stress, which is induced by lying. I fidget with my hands all the time because I can't sit still. In both videos shown here, Miranda makes a positive statement while shaking her head no. I'm coming here to be transparent while shaking her head to the side to signify no. She lists out the threats that are cropped. Unable to determine the authenticity of the messages, Miranda says these are some of the messages that she has received and shakes her head while saying no. She's talking about the fact that she cropped the messages. Pot, kettle. In her video last week, Miranda shook her head no when thanking people for support. Miranda's tone, delivery, and emotions do not match the severity of the situation. Nor does her recent video demonstrate that she knows the documentary isn't about her, but rather about Robert Shin. Maybe that's the problem, Peter. It's a beautiful bedroom. And look at the wall colour too. Robert is on audio bragging about telling Miranda what to post, when to go live, and how to silence her family in the series. Peter, did that happen? You saw it. these videos outlines exactly how Robert operates. It's easy to get mad at Miranda, but she's a victim of Robert. She's doing what she's told, she's doing what she's told lightly out of fear of rebuke, loss of privileges, loss of standing in the group, and isolation. Do not send any hateful messages from this series. So, Peter, was that audio played? Is that what happened? I'm not paying Netflix to just watch this. Hannah Schindler usually allegedly used the same tactic. I missed that. Sorry, peeling. Oh, you were peeling. How dare you peel potatoes? She said, actually, order says actually behavioural experts have said Miranda was being honest. I've seen that as well, actually. She said Robert is on audio bragging about telling Miranda what to post, when to go live, and how to silence her family in the series. So I want to know from people who have seen it whether that actually happened. So Hannah Schindler allegedly used the same tactic of expressing that her life was in danger when a former member confronted her in 2022. The former member said there was no hostility, no raised voices, and Hannah's response was shocking. Miranda claimed the same fears yesterday and last week. This could be cult deflection. So what do we do when Katie talks about the fact that people are going after her? So that is her Instagram. In fact, she's taken the TMZ article down, hasn't she? Dancing forth. This is dancing forth the devil. Look at this, dancing forth. It's got dancing forth. I've just pulling up the case file to see. Not really saying about families and contacts as such, but you can't say it was Robert and you can't say it was directed at Miranda. Okay. That's what I thought. I mean, my thought process from what I have seen, the little that I have seen, is that there's no evidence, like they just play a voice on the radio. And I've not heard, I haven't heard Robert Shinn's voice. So I couldn't tell you. Yeah, so here's another article from TMZ, which Katie's not going to like. I wanted the other one, but this is. There were no timestamps, so God knows when he said it. It could be from 2014, before Miranda was in LA. And as you did say, we have no idea when whose voice it was. I've not heard him speak. I mean, can Katie say that it was? Has she heard him speak? All right. So I'm just having a look at the court dates now. I'm just having a look at the scheduling order. So they had to have the deadline for discovery and additional pleadings and joint statement of the case was due on the April 19. The fact that there's been nothing about a joint statement of the case means we're probably delayed. Depositions shall be conducted by July 26. So they've got to do July 26. And non-deposition motions shall be filed and served no later than August 23, and deposition motives shall be served and filed no later than September 23, 2024. That's for her case. I don't know what it is. I've got to check the California case. But it says Miranda Derrick says new Netflix doc that makes it look like she's in a cult is causing a bunch of problems, namely death threats, and she's laying some of the blame of her family's feet. The TikTok star hopped onto social media Monday and posted a video claiming folks are sending all sorts of nasty comments, including death threats of physical violence, saying things that point to where she doesn't feel safe. Dancing for the Devil is a popular new Netflix doc taking a look at Miranda, characterizing her and others involved in 7M films as brainwashed sheep beholden to an alleged cult leader, Dr. Robert Shin. Miranda's family is heavily featured in the doc. Katie says not, and they claim Robert's church and production company is a driving wedge between Miranda and her relatives. MD, however, says she's been quietly working to repair the relationship with her family behind the scenes, but now she's saying their involvement in the doc is a setback to that process. I don't know why they didn't think that it wouldn't be a setback. Lots of folks have been tuning into DFDT on Netflix, and Miranda says that it's in turn caused some of the unhinged crowd to come after her, and therefore her family is at least partially responsible, at least in her view. And she's allowed to have that view. For her part, Miranda has denied being in a cult, so she's a brainwashed, and now, by the sounds of it, she's got bigger problems than just public perception. Again, that's actually a balanced on here. Look at this one. All right, Dancing for the Devil alleged. Yeah, so let's look at this. Let's look at this one. Miranda Derrick deserves sympathy. I was brainwashed too. So this was someone from the next room. Hiya, Hank, Texas. Former NXIVM sex cult member India Oxenberg says folks need to cut TikTok star Miranda Derrick some slack because she may well be in a cult and not realise she's brainwashed. India, who broke free from NXIVM after 7 years, tells TMZ she's known about Miranda's alleged cult, 7M films, for years, and think it's likely Miranda doesn't fully understand the influence the group is exerting over her life. Miranda denies 7M is a cult, and I don't know that 7M is in itself a cult. I think maybe the church might be, but says she's not some mindless zombie under founder Robert Shin's control, pushing back against the narrative seen in Dancing for the Devil Netflix doc. But India says the group like 7M and NXIVM have perfected the art of controlling communication with those on the outside. When she was in NXIVM, India says she was told what to say and how to say it, namely that she wasn't brainwashed and was doing everything out of her own free will. India says there's parallels with what's going on with Miranda. In fact, India says Miranda's family has reached out to her for help getting through to Miranda. The fractured familiar relationship is a big theme in the doc, but tells us it's going to take some time for the TikToker to realize what's going on. Remember, Miranda's family claimed she cut them off after signing on with 7M Films and joining Shin's church. India says that's typical. Cults like to annihilate members from their families and to make sure there are no competing loyalties to distant members from their lives. Miranda started dancing with her sister again, but had said the Netflix doc is opening up old wounds, and India says everyone needs to be patient and give Miranda some space and time to read the thing. That was the thing. There were dance videos of Miranda with her family. So all of this. Oh, gee whiz. Sorry. Oops. I forgot about that. I was sorry about that. That's tomorrow's just uploading tomorrow's podcasts are getting uploaded. Peter and Short Order. Peter and Short Order. You are old enough to remember the Awesome Foursome. James Tompkins competed in 6 Olympic Games. Sorry, won 4 gold medals for rowing. He's tomorrow's guest too, by the way. So this was the one that has set it all going, because the alleged villain was the subject of 2 previous criminal investigations, but neither resulted in charges. So they tell us that there were 2 sexual battery cases reported to the LAPD in 2023. Now, they've not said who they are. We don't know. Well, in fact, one was Kylie Douglas, but Katie's refuted that. No one can forget you. No one can. That's right, the tights. Yeah, I don't think this year's the Paris games uniforms are any better. Anyway, law enforcement tells us two were filed against Robert Shin and to the LAPD in August 2023, which tracks with what was covered in the doc, with some of his accusers coming forward and noting they'd gone to the cops. We're told one of the cases was filed by former 7M member Kylie Douglas, whose story was featured in the doc. They conducted an investigation and it landed on the LA City's Attorney's Office. Another case was filed, submitted to the LA City Attorney's Office last August. We're told ultimately they rejected the two cases. Wasn't Kylie's Douglas was one about the fact that he did some hip thrusts or something? Some hip thrusting? And for sexual battery to occur, as we've looked at, an intimate part has to be touched. So if an intimate part is not touched, it's not necessarily, it can't be that. So citing insufficient evidence and significant delay in reporting as the reasons for not bringing any charges. Because how are you going to, what evidence have you got? Shin has been thrust in the spotlight. The doc details how Shin's management company oversees several TikTok famous dancers, including allegations from ex-dancers who say Shin demanded a significant portion of their income and isolate them from family and friends. Like we said, Shin has categorically denied all the claims made in the doc, even filed a defamation lawsuit against the accusers that featured in the series as well. From the law enforcement side of things, they didn't find any evidence there either. Now, don't forget, like KJ said, oh, it's open investigation. TMZ does have a reputation and would have people that know people that would be able to find out the information. If Katie Joy was ringing up for the information, I'm not sure that they're going to necessarily going to hand out information to her. Yeah, so then short order she sent me this link. She sent me an email, said you've got to check out this link. This is the link where they talk about, that mentions about they want to have a consideration for the Emmy. And I want to know whether you think she'd turn up, whether she'd go to the Emmy. So she's in danger of her life. The subject of the Netflix docuseries released a video on Instagram claiming that her and her husband James' lives have been put in danger. The 3-episode series, which premiered on May 29, follows a group of TikTok dancers who believe they're involved in a talent management company called 7M. The docuseries focuses on Miranda Derrick. Every single article talks about how it focuses on the Wilkings family and Miranda, but KJ says no, it's not about that. It's about Robert Shin. I wonder if Netflix regrets having KJ involved at all. Do you think Robert Shin has filed TRO or not doing by keeping her talking, tacking, digging herself deeper? Hank, Texas, I don't know. I'm more inclined of let's just keep letting her dig deeper. But TMZ, they don't mention that they're filing against the archivist who fed the film its story. Correct. They have not. But there is another article going around that it was Tim Milgram who actually fed the story to Jessica Oviedo and contacted the Wilkings. So there's different, now we've got different versions. So obviously she's digging her way to China. I just hope she doesn't go to Russia accidentally, because Russia isn't China. I meant to put that in there. I had to put it in there somewhere. Russia isn't China. All right. So it focuses a member of who's estranged from her family who's desperately trying to get her out. It paints a portrait of Robert Shin, the 7M leader and self-proclaimed man of God, who's the pastor at an invite-only church called Shekinah. Members who escaped 7M shared their stories of heartbreak and grief under the leader. One former member, Priscilla Lee, who participated in the series, currently has a lawsuit against Shin and other Shekinah members. I don't normally make this kind of content, Derek says, but she begins her video. I just wanted to be transparent and a little vulnerable. Before this documentary, my husband and I felt safe. Now this documentary is out. We feel our lives have been put in danger. We have both been followed in our cars. We've received tape mail, death threats. People have been sending us messages to give me S, and we're being stalked. She goes on to share examples with screenshots she's received. Says she's got 2.7 million followers on TikTok, 1.7 on Instagram. Places the blame on her parents and sister, Melaine Wilking. I don't understand how my parents and my sister thought that this documentary would help me or our relationship in any way. By the end of the documentary, it's revealed that Derek and her family have somewhat reconciled and are communicating. Well, they were then. However, claims by the family in the series say it's at the behest of the alleged cult leader to give a false facade that he's not keeping his young members away from their family. Sadly, Derek hints that the lines of communication now may be closing. I've been getting together with my family the past couple of years privately to mend what has been broken. I've been loving getting together, laughing, enjoying each other's company, and this documentary has made it very difficult to continue. She closes her video by addressing her lack of content recently, promises to post more as she sees the light at the end of the tunnel, thanking her followers who have supported her through this. According to the most recent streaming ratings by Luminate, Dancing for the Devil was watched by an estimated 4.4 million people during the week of May 31st to June 6th. Netflix has confirmed to Variety that the documentary will be submitted for consideration at the upcoming News and Documentary Emmy Awards later this year. Yeah. So, there you go. So then we've got TikToker Melaine Wilkins slams threats aimed at sister Miranda Derrick. TikToker Melaine Wilkins denounced any sort of violence aimed at her sister Miranda following the release of Dancing for the Devil. Melanie will not subscribe to any hate towards her sister. She spoke out against threats that said she and her husband James Derrick received following the release of Dancing for the Devil, a docu-series exploring a talent management company they joined in 2020. That's wrong. We have the evidence here. We have the evidence here that they joined in 2020. 7M Films didn't start until the 1st of July 2021. Melanie says, of course, we never wanted any sort of violence to come her way. The TikToker told people in an interview published June 11. And I'm very sorry that she has experienced that, because our only intent was to save her from an unsafe environment and to give her love and know that we're here to support her. Melanie added that she and Miranda have not exchanged words since the documentary aired in May, though she has reached out just saying, I'm here whenever you're ready to talk. And honestly was not expecting the result, she added. My hope for the future is that we are all hanging out, family parties, talking on a daily like we used to, and just being there to support each other. Well, I think so. As I said, I think it's a bit late to be doing that now. You are right. I think it is a bit late. But, yeah, so to say that she joined in 2020, she may have gone to church in 2020, but we have seen by the evidence shown, supplied by Katie Joy, that 7M did not actually start until 2021. So, yeah. Let's have a look. I want to have a look at Miranda. I'm going to have a look at. See some of the comments that have been going up. Now, is Tiger Eye still in 7M? I thought he'd left. I'm confused about who's in there and who's not in there, and who's what and where, when and what and how. I'm so confused. What's really interesting though is that nobody is actually oh, she looks beautiful. Look at this. Oh, I think we saw this yesterday. Is there a lot of jealousy because A, she can dance, and 2, she's beautiful? See, look, you've got this. I've got the sound off. I mean, she's still got 1.4 million people. Okay, so this is the statement. Oh, someone says, "Hi, Miranda. I'm sorry people are treating you this way. There's a lot of hurt people out there. I don't want to speak for anyone else, but I've always cared about you and your family. I enjoyed watching you girls grow up dancing together, to watching you thrive here in LA. I think I'm wondering the most after following along the years and seeing the doc is what your statement on the claims made in the doc about the leader of your church and management company. I haven't heard you share about the claims made by people who I assume were and are your friends. I'm sending this with so much love, as I'm really just about justice and love. A heart-led life is what it's all about for me, and I think the reason people feel angry, or at least why I feel confused, is that there have been some horrible, horrible claims made against Robert, and I'm not understanding your allegiance to him after hearing all of this. Is it true? Is it not true? I couldn't imagine all of these wonderful people would lie or make this up. Hope you can feel my love for your entire family. I believe everyone should get married to who they want, praise God the way they want, live the life they want, spend the time how they want to, but I can't understand or be on board with someone who abuses or assaults people. I just want to understand. So much love to you, sister. P.S. I asked your mum recently how I could help, and her one ask of me was to send you a loving message. That's what she asked for. She said Miranda might be receiving a lot of hate right now, and that's the last thing she needs. Please send some love. So it's funny now her parents are saying, so it's Slovak, put up sign, and yeah. I know nothing about the particulars. I'm sorry, experience. Haters gonna hate. We'll keep on loving you. Keep shining. So her parents are telling people to send her loving messages. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that lawsuit. After because I mean, will that's her statement. Will Netflix do any more of these videos without absolute proof? That's the question, because they seem to be getting themselves into so much trouble. And in my opinion, exposing 7M is not much better than Katie Joy, in my view. She's gone through and picked apart. You know what? He is exposing 7M. If I didn't know better, it runs on a similar vein as someone else. They almost share the same photos and the same things. Well, I'll still go back to production. Okay. So this apparently is Stop Culting shared this between a former member and their mentor. The class member stated, Robert said that God can take care of your family better than ourselves. Explain why members cut back on communication with their family. But how a privilege it is to cook for the pastor by making it special. Just continue cast your cares about your family on him. This is how you show that you trust him. You just give it to him because he believes that he can take it better than you and I. If you take the care, then you are making. Why aren't I interpreting that the same way that they are? If you're taking matters into your own hands, it's your hands, not his hands. I mean, it is such a privilege that you can cook for pastor. Yes, even a small rib. I mean, Make the best rib you can for him. Make sure you give him the best portion, the juices and freshen. So you have to time it right. You take it off the smoker when he's about to eat. So the side is meat. Don't put it on a common plate. Put it on a separate plate. So use just the part for him. This is the way on him. I don't know. That says a recap. It says it's a recap. So obviously there's other communication that's going on with there. When I was there, 2 guys would wear white gloves and carry the pulpit as if Robert is holy. It's blasphemy. White gloves to carry the pulpit. Oh, gee whiz. So you don't know about Jewish history and about the Ark of the Covenant and the Holy of Holies and the so, is that a real email? It's from Shin somebody, but it doesn't say who it's from. But see, this top first part of the paragraph where it says, I mean, it could be about being worried about family and saying, well, look, don't worry about the family because God can take care of him. God can take better care of them than you and I can. I didn't see anything nefarious in that. And maybe they were down for lunch. I mean, we do morning tea, and a different member of the church organises morning tea for the church. I don't know. And again, a former member wants to give you some perspective, but it's, yeah. Again, a lot of this is just from the church part. It's not the other part. So, where's the statement from man of God, woman of God? But see, she says, without this would never happen, but I would like to watch. It says Balls 2.0, aka Robert's puppet, will be here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So they reckon that Miss Balls is Robert's puppet. I think Miss Balls has been just about everybody. Well, yeah, because it'll go down to production. I can see them throwing the archival consultants under the bus, actually, to be fair. Netflix won't care. Oh, yeah, see, there's stuff that's missing. There's stuff that's been deleted. And as I said, everybody's got it. Because there's lots of stuff that's been deleted off Instagram. There's and Erin's posted this. Oh yeah, well, as I said, I want my first class tickets to Minnesota for Katie's trial. That's all. That's the only payment I want. So she shared this. I would put money on this, that Robert is the one sending her to keep her closer to him and mad at her family. As his facts allegedly. Well, both of those can't be true. And then from Stop Culting, it says, in my opinion, this is a complete deflection. Robert is telling them some half story, and I wouldn't put it past them to be DMing or communicating these hateful things to scam Miranda. Robert will never speak to the public. He's making Miranda do it. So sick. Miranda has no emotion. I'm assuming she's been forced once again to go public with a statement that she knows isn't even true. The real people deserve to be heard, not just behind the man of God. I swear they've all got. Are they all sharing the same brain cell? Because they all write alike. Oh, did I just say something mean and nasty? Ooh. And the other thing is the number of archivals consultants on X or Twitter is growing daily. There's more and more archival consultants. So that is good. That Stop Culting post makes me beyond sad. Hello, Tax Max Facts Thunderclap. How are you? All right. So again, these are some of the deleted ones. This is again from Llama Girl. Llama Girl's got them. Llama Girl, the legend, that is Llama Girl. Yes, Roberto, what about Aubrey, Kevin, Kylie, and Kalia? Weren't they in the series too, sharing the weird stuff that you do? I'm not understanding how she's receiving death threats. Please make it make sense. How are they B Dash and Miranda getting death threats over a documentary? It seems all staged, clearly one-sided, and are trying to redirect blame on Melanie and her family. It's odd that they disregard Aubrey and the rest of the dancers that have to come out. So sad, and prayers, all this has to come to a stop. Well, remember, someone did actually post the address. Let's just see, I told you the cult is speaking to TMZ. And then we've got that one. And that one, yeah. I told you. And then someone posts this. Hello, Harrison. Not yet, mate. You're gonna say you're always saying that. They don't deserve this kind of hate. Let them just live how they want to live. This is awful. Some people are way too invested in other people's lives. It's great to bring awareness, but this is getting too far. And she says they probably are from Shin. There is no way these are being sent by anyone watching. I did say that. I said, you say to me, I always say that. She was on the podcast, people. Did you know that? She was on a podcast. One podcast. Somebody listened to it, said they couldn't get past the first couple of minutes. So Katie acknowledged that Miranda was getting hate on her social medias after the doco. How can she now say they are all from Shin? I don't know, short order. I believe that she spoke about herself for a while. Again, I'm not going to waste my time with a listen. But hey, if you're brave. So yeah, so there we go. That's about I think we're nearly up to date. I think. You'll tell now. Oh, I'm not scared of Nana Harrison. She tells me off if you go on. So there you go. I'm in trouble either way, aren't I? Well, not a good idea. Oh dear. All right. Yeah, no. I'm always in trouble. Miss Balls has been busy. Have a look at this. This is from Miss Balls. Dr. Evil. And then there was a story about some woman chasing Oh boy, that was funny. I should try to get out of the lawsuit. You're right. What am I looking for now? Where are we? I have to go on these ones. So, oh, James. Oh, she's funny, isn't she? That's the 2022 124. Right. So I showed you this screenshot before. All right, that showed that 7M was started in 1994, and Shekinah was started in 1994, and 7M was founded in 2021. Wow, I did. This is the Articles of Incorporation for 7M, and it was incorporated by Shirley Kim. And it was incorporated on the 7th of the 1st, 2021. In 2022, they filed their statement of incorporation. They've got Robert Shin, CEO, Shirley Kim, Secretary, and Hannah Shin, Chief Financial Officer. It says that he's also a director, okay? And it's an entertainment business. And it was signed by Shirley Kim. I won't be yelled at, thank you, Harrison. Then in this one, we've got, this is filed in 2023. Shin, CEO, Shirley, Secretary, Hannah, Chief Financial Officer, and that. Now, it does say, because they did have a Labour Code violation, and that does acknowledge that there as well. So that is the incorporation. They are the certificates of incorporation. So, all know that. I've got mods, Harrison, and I'm not scared to use them. Nephew or no nephew, channel boss or no channel boss. So, stop. Yeah, so not only mods, she has sauces. Yeah, I got tomato sauce and barbecue sauce and sweet and sour sauce. Anyway, I wasn't going to be on for long. I got to do other stuff. I've lost the file. I've got to try and find too. I've got to confess to somebody that I may have accidentally deleted an important file. So that's not going to be a great conversation. Harrison is acting very cultish, isn't he? But yeah. Well, he's threatened my mother on me. So there you go. Don't they use threats? So tomorrow I'll put up the links for the 2 podcasts. So tomorrow we've got James Tompkins from the Australian rowing team. He went to 6 Olympic Games and won 4 gold medals. And I think, who have we got on the other one? Oh, I think we've got a para on the other one is, all right, let me just look it up. I've just look it up. Who have we got tomorrow? I've pre-done them. They're all scheduled for tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow is apparently tomorrow on the inclusion one. He is in his video. He's not in the video version. he's dressed normally, but there is footage of him in his tights. Women in tights. And Ella Hose is a discus thrower. She's a Paralympic discus thrower. And she will talk about her story. So that's on the other podcast. So I'll post those links tomorrow. But anyway, thank you for all your support. I should really thank Katie Joy, because I'm going to get a nice little check from AdSense this month, because she's been keeping me busy. So anyway, so thank you for watching. I think StreamYards is working better than Restream at the moment. So I think we'll stick with StreamYards for the short term. Harrison, you can call me in a minute and we will have a chat. Okay, so if you could do me a favour, hit like and subscribe, and I will catch you next time, probably in a couple of days. Hopefully things calm down. I have a feeling they won't though. But until then, I'll catch you later. Bye for now.